Hey guys, welcome to the 6th episode of Fantastic Frontier starting off new. I just want to say thanks again, guys, because it seems like it was just 2 or 3 days ago that we hit 500 subscribers, and we're already at 550, so that means a lot. We're at this rate, we're going to be hitting 600 coming up shortly, which will be awesome. But anyways, this episode we start off with a few farm runs, and I did decide to buy a gift tree seed because it was the cheapest that it is in the shop, 1.9. So I figured I had the money, might as well buy it. I'll make the money back when it grows, get that out of the way when I try to get my Nature's Wrath spellbook. And obviously I find some more noble blue seeds and I buy them to plant them because it's just passive easy money while you're playing the game. But anyways, as you guys can see, we're still picking power on most of them. It's just the best to do when you really want money. I do risk it sometimes. As you guys can see, I got 2 green beans and 1 red. So it could have been worse, but I do decide to eat the red bean and take a poop on the junk man over here to see if we can't get lucky with a present. Which, from my experience and probably most of your experiences too, you don't really profit from this. When you do, though, it's a lot, I believe. Like, you can get a star gun and stuff from this, frontier weapons. But obviously I get the little crab suit head, which I think sells for like 90 or 100k or something. But anyways, obviously we're going to keep doing some farm runs because we were overloaded with noble blue seeds, and I think I actually just like had them in my inventory too, so I didn't really want to go do much and die with them. As you guys could see too, we did pick the 4th option again. I have all that I need, and we did not get any red beans that time, so it's pretty unfortunate. Definitely decided to go back to the blue beans here, but there is a lot of noble blue seed farming this episode, which I do apologize for, but I kept finding them and I can't not buy them because they're by far the easiest way to make money for early or mid game players. And even if you're a late game player, there's a total of 20 places that you can plant seeds. Only 16 if you haven't done the Farm Fortress quest. But like literally you could have 20 of them planted while you're doing other things to make money, and then you're basically just making a free 4 mil if you got blue beans on all of them. So, and it's only for like a couple minutes of your time, not including the time it takes to find them, obviously. But I did end up finding more noble blue seeds. They were a little more expensive than what I wanted, so I didn't buy all of my money's worth. But then shortly after, I found more for a better price, which I definitely bought more of. And as you guys can see, we definitely have a lot of noble blue seeds at the moment. So while it enters farming simulator mode here, I do want to take the time to ask you guys what if you have any ideas on what kind of videos you'd want to see after the series or for the late game of the series, because I could do all the Itempedia stuff, but in my opinion it would take like I would be spending hours and hours, and then it would just give me like a 10-second clip. So I don't know exactly how I could work in Itempedia stuff into a series. So like once it gets late game, it's just going to be a lot of tower farming or lost farming, basically just making more money for not really any reason in particular, unless I'm just trying to purchase every item in the game, which I could do that. I do enjoy playing the game, so that wouldn't be a big deal. I'm just curious on what you guys think it should be. And if you have any recommendations on other games, I'm open to that too. Although I know most of you pretty much only want to see Fantastic Frontier stuff, which is fine. But if some of you have any other games that you'd want to see content on also, I'd be more than happy to make videos on that stuff. And at this point, I do decide to go into the Nightmare and try to find spikers and kill them and go for the mandrake seed, because earlier in the episode you guys seen me buy the gift tree, so the only plant that I needed to plant and harvest is the mandrake. So I decided to hunt that for a bit. Obviously I didn't get it right there, and if you guys are curious on the best way to get the mandrake seed, there's not really a best way to do it, but I do show how I get it in one of my other videos. So if you guys are curious about that, it's in my how to get the Nature's Wrath spellbook, I believe. and it's basically just going into the theater area in the back portion of it, and I just go around and try to find the spikers and kill them. It's nothing really special, but basically we're just farming a lot to save up for Forgotten Life, I believe is what we're gonna end up buying. The weapon I have is pretty much fine if you do the action cancel. I think people call it Berserk, but I mean, I don't know why they call it that. But you do that and you can shoot a little bit quicker and it makes the gun fine. So if I had more stamina, I would do more damage. So buying the endurance armor is probably my best bet, so that's what I'm saving up for. And if you guys want to be making money but you just can't find noble blue seeds, I would recommend going into the Discord and asking people or telling people to let you know when they do find some if they would, because a lot of people are more than happy to help out. But anyways, as you guys can see, we're up to 6 mil, decide to find the strange man, and we do find the legs of the Forgotten Life for 6 mil. And you probably can already guess it, that we're definitely going to be buying it here. It's my new best in slot legs, and it's gonna allow me to do a lot more killing. But with that, I do decide to go back to the road because last time it didn't work out that well. A lot of my audio clips bugged when I was editing, and I couldn't get them back, so they're just silent. But it doesn't last very long. And as you guys could see, this spiker here tried to murder us when we got our kill on the demo can, and we did not get the hidden key there. But obviously we decided to kill him again, and this time you can tell that this trip went a lot better than the first time in earlier episodes, because I definitely died very fast, didn't even get a kill. But as you guys can see, we did get the hidden key on our second kill, which is pretty lucky because I think on my first account it took me maybe like 5 or 6, which doesn't seem like a lot, but it can be. So anyways, we're just selling all the random stuff we got because I didn't want to die and lose a couple 100,000 gold that I have gotten. And now that we have the hidden key, we can take the shortcut to get back there faster. So it wasn't really a big deal to teleport home and then go back. And obviously, after selling all of this stuff and the amount of time that I spent in the road, it was just in time for another farm run. So we went ahead and did that before we decided to venture back in to complete the road, I guess you could call it. Which I did figure I would show this part a little bit. How you get up on this building if you don't have a salamander. This is where the stack of coins are, which is a lot of coins. And after this, you have to jump down, and there's this little like pathway inside that little like building right there, and you want to go on the right side. And you do want to be careful because boomers and spikers can spawn in there and around there, and it's not the smartest thing to just run in without being cautious, which I heard the little data bug, whatever it is, and I got scared, but it wasn't down here. I think it was above me. But anyways, you run through here and you'll find the journeyman, but there's also some tokens back here. I figured I would show that too because some people miss these. And basically you talk to him and your screen will stop shaking, and then you talk to him 3 more times and listen to his song, and then eventually he will give you the marble. I think it's the dark marble, or maybe it's the light marble, I don't remember, but it's a long process. And eventually he'll tell you the mechanism is a success, and he'll give you the dark marble, and now you will only need the light marble, which is what I decided to go get. Which, if you guys don't know about this is the Lost, which probably is the best thing to farm for money now if you had a friend or two. If you have 3 people, it's by far the easiest way to make money in the game, and it's very slow for me, as you can tell. But I like this spot because he can't hit you unless one of his ghosts come over and knock him up, so you have to be very careful with his ghosts when you use this spot. He can't do his little spin teleport thing to you here because you're technically close enough to him. And you could see right there he did climb up a little bit on his own. He can do that sometimes, but he'll never, at least for me, he's never climbed all the way up. you do see I take a little bit of damage there, and by a little bit I mean I almost die, because when I killed the clone it boosted him up a little bit so his sword hit me. So you do, if you're soloing this, you do definitely want to pay attention to the shadow clones and kill them before they get close. And no matter what, they take 4 hits to kill with any weapon. They are just programmed that way to die in 4 hits. Not sure why, but it's, I don't know. And you do have to be careful, because after you kill him, the clones do stay until the chest spawns, so make sure you don't die afterwards. And as you guys can see, we get our salamander egg on the first one, which is actually awesome. I was scared that the light marble didn't drop, but it was just in the wall. So I decided to get that, and now we can finally go to this guy. We have the tokens that we need, we have the 2 marbles, and we can go in to this door, which technically there's not really any reason for me to do at the moment, because the reward you get is a helmet that's not better than the pommel helmet, so I figured I'd just do it for a completionist sake, I guess. I don't know. But our old tin toy over here is telling us that we're stupid and we fell for his trap and traps aren't gay. But no, basically he's just telling us that we fell for his trap, and we get the nice Nightmare Visage, which unfortunately sells for 0 gold because I don't have a use for it. Obviously I have it on my main account, and I don't really care about keeping items that you can't get anymore on this one, but since it only sells for 0 gold, obviously I'm keeping it. And I danced around for a little bit to decide what I wanted to do with this red bean, and I tried to eat it. It didn't work. I should have taken that as a sign to just sell it, but I figured, nah, I'm gonna eat it. So I'm in the process of pooping out another present, which, when you think about it, like, you're eating 500,000 gold to poop out a present, and it's like you expect something you poop out to be good, because I wouldn't expect that, and it almost never is. But I don't know why. Keep trying it anyways. I figure might as well spice it up a little bit. But I don't remember what episode it was, but we did buy 2 floor 40 skips, so I do decide to go ahead and use those in this episode. And I figured I would show you guys the loot from 45, which actually it was pretty good, because if you don't know what that is, it was the Vengeful Top. I don't exactly know the name, but it gives endurance, 25 damage to all, and like 36 armor, I think, maybe 34, I'm not sure the exact number, but it's extremely good, to be honest. I wouldn't buy it, but it was very good for me because it's like a mini Forgotten Life piece, so I definitely decided to wear that. And now we are doing the second tower run, which I decided to just spawn up here, I guess, for some reason. And the loot from this one wasn't the worst. It was definitely over 1 mil, which is always good. And now I'm basically sad because I don't have any more floor 40 skips, and I think they're actually harder to find than Noble Blue Seeds, at least in my experience. So as you guys can see, though, we did make over 1 mil from this. I decided to keep the helmet because it gave 5% endurance. I think it gave a little more damage, and I already had HP regen because of my necklace, so I figured I would replace the pommel helmet with it. And we're going back to doing some farm runs. As you guys could see, we did find some more Noble Blue Seeds, and basically same thing as earlier. I decided to go into the Rat Boys Nightmare and try to farm spikers for the chance to get mandrake seeds. As you guys can see, we only end up getting fantastic sunflower seeds and some candy crumbs and spiker blah blah blahs, you know, the usual drops, nothing lucky. At this point I'm pretty scared that the mandrake seed is going to take me forever, but I'm hoping and praying that that's not the case. And if you guys were wondering why I sold my wooden sword there, is because I did end up getting my black salamander, so that's actually probably my new best weapon, to be honest, especially in the tower. I'm not sure if anyone really showed how good the salamander is in the tower, but it's definitely my new favorite weapon in the tower at this point. And like I did say earlier, I'm sorry for the audio clips not working in some of them. I couldn't find a way to fix that. Also, I'm kind of curious on what you guys expect the next update to be and when it will come out for this game, because I'm hoping that they do come out with one. Even if it's just a small one for Christmas, I'm hoping that something comes out, because this is probably my favorite Roblox game to play, but it's just sad that not a lot of people actually play it. And I think if they do come out with another big update, obviously it's going to be more of the Rat Boys nightmare, like that door that is locked by time. Not sure exactly what they're going to do with all of that, but I'm curious to see and hope that it comes out soon. And as you guys can obviously see, though, we do decide to go try to find more Mandrake Seeds, didn't get any. And on our way back to Topple Town from the farm patch, we find a present left in a tree just for me, which obviously I do decide to open and don't get that lucky, but free money, can't complain. And at this point I do have enough to buy this helmet, which obviously I'm going to buy it. It's my new best in slot helmet, and it's going to make doing everything a lot easier. I'll be tankier, I'll have more stamina, more damage, etc. So that's pretty awesome. And I do decide to do the tower from level 1 to 50. As you guys can see, we didn't get anything too crazy good, but obviously it's still just profit that I didn't have before. So I have to break the clips into 2 parts when I'm selling, because obviously I don't have inventory space. I do decide to keep the amulet, though. I was glad that I got that amulet. And at this point, I do decide I am going to buy my second house of the series, which gives us 20 storage spots, and it's 700k. In my opinion, obviously it's not as good as the first deal, but can't complain. It's a new house, nice little cozy place to live. But I really like that the storage chest is so close to the entrance, unlike the first one, how you have to go all the way upstairs, and it's basically just annoying. But I figured I was pretty excited that I had just got this new house, so I would sit down at the dinner table and have a quick bite to eat. So basically now I did get the Forgotten Life helmet, the Forgotten Life legs. I have 1.4 mil, so I decided to find floor 40 skips, which did take me a long time to find. As you could see, I wasn't recording when I bought them because it was taking so long. I had turned the recording off, and when I found them, I got so excited I bought them without recording. Realized it, turned it on too late. But I recorded it to show you guys anyways there. And obviously we're just going to be doing some tower runs now from 41 to 50. And as you guys can see, this one wasn't the best, but as long as we're getting at least 1 million gold from the run, I'm not going to be complaining that much, because obviously it is possible to get less than 1 million gold, and I think the chances of getting less are less likely than it is to get more than 1 million, but obviously from this one we do get more than 1 million. I think it was around 1.5 because of the Rotted King's Escort. If we didn't get that item, it would have been very sad, but basically at this point in the series, I already have Forgotten Life helmet, I have Forgotten Life legs. I'm still using a very bad gun. I don't know if I'd say it's very bad, but it's definitely not that good. And I figured I have a good helmet, I have the good legs, I have the Vengeful top that also gives endurance. So at this point, I'm basically just saving up a lot of money until I have enough for a star gun, which I was debating on if I wanted to get the gun fist instead. But I know I want to farm Lost, and star gun, in my opinion, is just better for that than the gun fists are. Gun fists are probably a lot better in the tower for sure, but I'm just so used to the star gun. It's just, I don't know. I don't know. I would have said it's my favorite weapon, but after the Gnome rocket launcher came out and I used that, it's obviously that one's my new favorite. But star gun's definitely a close second. And obviously still doing tower runs. Got lucky with those legs there that sold for 550,000, I think. So we're definitely not getting too bad of loot but we're not getting anything crazy. It'd be cool to get items that I don't want to sell, that I want to keep, but obviously we're not getting anything like that. And also, guys, I know I mentioned it earlier, but don't forget to give me some recommendations or ideas for what to do with the series still, because if you guys don't mind just watching loot from tower runs and loot from lost runs, like I can do that. That's not a problem. That's what I plan to do, because that's like really the only thing to do at the moment. But if you're okay with that, that's fine. Let me know. If you have any ideas for something else, let me know. If you have any other game ideas, let me know. Obviously, I'd still be doing stuff on Fantastic Frontier regardless, but I have some ideas, but I am curious to see what kind of things you guys can think of. But obviously, as you guys can see there, we bought more blue seeds, which while they are being planted and farmed, I decided to look for spikers for more mandrake seeds. And sure enough, I finally get the mandrake seed. And I know some of you are going to be mad that I got the mandrake seed, but I can assure you I spent around 9 hours, I think, which some of you might spend more time than that, but I think spending 9 hours on trying to get something is a good enough time to eventually get it. But obviously we planted that. We're going to buy some more bullets here, and I think I decide to kill Lost again. Yeah, I do kill the Lost again. Just trying to see if I could get a lucky drop. It's still pretty hard to kill this guy without a star gun or anything, but obviously we're gonna open the chest and get the worst thing that you can possibly get from it, which is the clock. So basically I do decide that I want the star gun before going back to the Lost. It just takes too long at the moment by myself, and as you guys can see, we decided to go back to the tower. But basically that's pretty much going to wrap up this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button. We're at 550 subscribers, and we were at 500 not that long ago, so I'm really hoping that we can hit 600 soon. That would actually be insane. And like I said earlier, I think twice, but I'll say it again, give me some ideas if you guys have any for what the series can kind of turn into, or what you want to see out of the series. I have some ideas, like I said, but I am interested in what you guys have to say. But that basically is it for the video, so I hope you guys enjoyed episode 6, and hopefully I see you guys next time. See ya.